Hey guys, let's talk about how we can create a website, responsive website using FlexBox. But before creating a website, I'm going to show you a few things that we need to use inside our project. So I have an images folder. Inside the images folder I have four logos and 6 images inside the portfolio section and 3 another team images, and this is the header image. We will use them inside our project. And this is the basic structure of the HTML, and the next have a CSS. This is the empty file, so we will use them to create a responsive website. So I go to my browser and I'm going to show you how you can get the font awesome file, and also we need to use the CDN font awesome. So I'm going to copy the font awesome and then I'm going to add it inside my project. Right, once you've done that, then the next thing you need to use Google fonts, because we will use the Roboto fonts. So I think I already selected on there. As you can see, I select import, copy that and paste to your style.css file. Right, then the next thing we need to create a navbar. Right, so write the code navbar start, and this will be closed. So I create a class navbar, but I will use navbar. So inside there I'm going to create a h1 and I'm going to use sporty ul li anchor link, and inside there I'm going to use home. This will be services, and this will be portfolio, about, and the next one will be team, and finally the contact. So first I have that, and I'm going to open that in the live server. Right, so I'm going to remove this one. So those are menus, so we will use CSS to manage that. So let's see. The first thing, we need to reset all of the things. So I'm going to use margin 0, padding 0, and also I'm going to use box sizing will be border box. Then I also use font family Roboto and sensitive. So right, the next thing we need to target the navbar. So I will assign the class navbar, and inside there I'm gonna also assign the class logo. So we will use them to display the navigation bar with logo. Right, so I go to select the navbar, use display flex, and I'm going to use color will be white, and I'm going to use justify content will be space between, because I want to display the logo will appear inside the left section, and our menus will be appear in the right side. So save. You can't see the logo because we need to work on that. Right, okay, the next thing we need to use padding. I'm going to use padding 0.7 RAM, and I'm going to use background color will be dark gray 2E2E 2EF. Right, then the next thing we need to call navbar UL tag. I'm going to use display flex to manage all the content in the same line. Right, then the next thing we need to call align item center. I want to display everything in the center, so save. Right, and then what is next? Remove the bullets. Right, and also, but I will use utility class in there because utility class start, and this will be closed. Inside there we will call utility classes. We will use them multiple times inside our project, so we need to just assign the one-time property, then we don't need to use that again and again inside our project. So I'm going to use anchor link, remove the text decoration will be now. When I will call the anchor link inside our project, then we don't need to use this one property inside the particular section. We just assign one time it, right? So let's talk about the neighbor ULLI anchor link, right? So the color will be white, and I'm going to use fading. All side will be 1 rem, and border radius, I'm going to use border radius will be 0.5 pixel. Perfect. Then the next thing is I want to hover the mouse nearby ULLI anchor link, hover, and I will use the hover effect. So I'm going to use background will be E7B500, right? And I'm gonna add the border radius will be 2 pixel. Transition is 0.5s, but we need to use transition inside our navbar. So here, transition all. So let's see, right? As you can see. So let's talk about the logo, right? So we will use the logo class to, so I call the logo on there, and I just change the font size will be 2 rem, right? And everything is perfect on there, as you can see. And I will use that inside the anchor link, because inside there I'm going to use index.html and paste this it, and inside the logo have anchor link, and I'm going to use color will be white. Perfect. No, I will use color will be I will use the color will be this one, so right. So those are menus, we will use them inside our project. So hope you are understood as well how you can create a menus. In the next video we're going to discuss all about how we can create a showcase section. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's talk about how you can create a showcase section inside our page. So after the navbar, I write the comment and call showcase start, and this will be close. So inside this one section I will create a div and assign the ID will be showcase. Inside the showcase I will create another div and I call showcase content. Then inside this one section I will call h2 tag and write some text like welcome to our studio, right? And the next one I'm gonna add that h1, and this will be it's nice to meet you. So first I'm gonna save that, and the text has been appeared inside our page, right? Last thing I'm gonna add on the button tag, so I call anchor link and I'm gonna call tell me more, right? So let's manage it inside our showcase start, and this will be closed. So the first thing, we need to target the ID, right, to display the image, right? So I call the background will be URL // images header dot, right? Then I want to use no repeat and display the image center, position is center, and also cover. Perfect. Then the next thing is I will use the height of this one background to display the, so I'm going to call height 100 VH, so right, and also I want to use color will be white. Perfect. Then I call the showcase ID, then I target the showcase content. Inside the showcase content, the first thing I'm going to use the height, because I will display those content in the center. So the first thing, you need to assign the height 100%. Then you need to call display flex, right? Then I'm going to use text justify content will be center, right? But before using that, I'm going to call flex direction will be column wise, right? And I'm going to call align atom will be center, right? Then I will use the padding top and bottom 0, left and right 2 rem. So first I'm going to save that and let's see. So here is our showcase section, and this is our main area. So let's manage that. So I go to above and I will find the utility class. This one section, inside there we will create a many things inside there. The first thing is I'm going to call the dot all heading, right? In the all heading, I will use that inside my project multiple times. So I use the font size will be 4 rem, and margin will be 1.5 rem, top and bottom, left and right I'm going to use 0, and also I'm going to use line height inside there. In the line height I'm going to use 1 by 1, and also I will create an M heading class. So font size will be 2.5 rem, and also I'm going to change the font family in the, I'm going to use 2bchat ms, right? Let's create a many other classes. So I create a lead class, so I call font size will be 2.5, no, 1.3 rem, and margin bottom I'm going to use 2 rem. Let's create a btn class. So the btn class, we will use that inside our project multiple times. So I call display inline block, and color will be white, right? And background I'm going to use this one, no, not this one, I'm going to use the hash B99717, and I'm going to use padding all side, top and bottom 1 rem, left and right 3 rem, and border none, right? And border radius, I'm going to use border radius will be 2 pixel, and also I add the transition all. Last thing I'm going to add on there, btn hover effect. So I call background E500, and transition I'm going to use, transition will be 0.5 I've used utility classes inside my utility section, right? Then we will just call them inside our project. We don't need to use them multiple times inside our project or inside our particular section. We just manage that, and you will call it multiple times inside your project. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. So I have made the L heading means large heading, M heading means medium heading. So I'm going to copy that large heading and assign that inside my this one section. So as you can see, I'm going to assign the L heading, M heading inside there. So this is our second, and inside this one I'm going to call BTN. I just assign the class BTN. That's it. So we have managed the content. If you want to use them inside your project, you can do that. You can call it multiple times inside those classes inside your project. So when hover that, it's working fine. Last thing I'm going to show you, I go down or I click to scroll down, I am not able to see my navbar. So I want to make a sticky navbar. So let's work on that to make a sticky navbar. So just a minute. Okay, and call navbar. So the navbar, I call the position will be sticky, and I call top will be 0, top 0. First I'm going to save that. Let's see. As you can see, so I've used simple position sticky, and also I'm going to add the Z index property to display that in the top. So here is our simple showcase section and our menus. So hope you are understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's talk about how you can create a services section. But before creating a service section, I'm going to show you a few things. So this is not center of the page, I think. No, it's center, but if you want to face any problem there, so you need to go on your showcase section and select this one class, and you need to use margin top will be negative 70 pixel, or you can use any, so it will move on top, right, as you can see. So hope you are understood as well all about that. So services section, right? Inside the service section, I will display the font away some icon. Services start, and this will be close. I will create I will use a section. Section is best that, so I call section. ID will be services, and inside there I'm going to call the container. So but before creating a container, few utility classes we need to add inside our project, because we will use them many times. So let's see. I go to style.css, and this is a utility class. So the first thing I'm going to call the container class. So I call max width will be 1100 pixel, and margin I'm going to use auto. When I will call this one class, then I want to display the complete content in the center of the page, and I'm going to use padding will be 0 pixel top and bottom, left and right I'm going to use 2 rem, and I also use overflow will be hidden. Then the next I'm going to use text primary. I will use that. So I use the text primary inside our logo. Where it is my logo? Here. So we don't need to use that inside. I just use color will be this one, right? And I don't need that because okay, I'll leave that on this time. And also I'll use text center. So I call the line will be center. I will call this one class, and another is dummy text. I will call it on later. This time I just use hash 6c 7 d, right? So let's manage the container, manage the services section. So I call the div and assign the class container. When I call the container, then I will display the content in the center. So you need to manage it inside the container class. So I call the h1 and call the services. So inside there I will call the class mHeading, right? Then I call the paragraph tag and I'm going to use lorem text save, right? The service add text and some other text has been appeared inside our page, and inside the paragraph I'm going to call it the lead class, right? As you can see, but I will decrease the font. No, okay, I will decrease the font like this one, right? Another thing is I want to make a space between our showcase section and our services section. So first I'm going to use text center. Inside there I want to display the complete content in the center, so I call the class and call the text center, right? So let's create a utility class that help us to manage the content. So I call p.py1 means padding top and bottom. So I call the padding 1.51. If you want to change that, you can do that. I just use my own settings. So this will be second and this will be 2 rem, and just a minute, call it, this will be 3 and 3 rem, and this will be 4. No, I'll leave the 4, and I will call another padding class means all side. I just use .p, but I need to use p1 means padding 1. So inside there I will use the all side padding will be 1.5 rem. When I will call this one class, then I will use this one padding, right? So the next one is p2 will be, what is the 2 rem, and this will be 3 rem. So let's fix this one on this one page. So I go to this one page, and inside there I call the py means top and bottom 3, as you can see, right? So hope you are understood as well all about how you can create a utility class and how you can manage that, right? So let's create a, just a minute, I'm going to check that. Okay, just a minute. After the paragraph tag, I'm going to create a div and I will assign the class items. Inside there I'll create another div and call class item, right? Because I will use this one to display flex to manage my this one content in the center, in the same line. I will create a mini section with the help of item class. So those item classes will appear inside there, right? So let me show you step by step. So inside there I call iTag. I want to display the font away some icon, right? So the first thing I'm going to call the class fa is solid. First I'm going to use solid, and then I call fa cart shopping, right? Then after that I call the h3 tag and call e-commerce. Then I call paragraph and some lorem text on there. So here is a font away some icon, text, heading and text, right? So I will use small text on there, right? Because I want to display right? So the first thing I'm gonna manage it. So I want to increase the font away some size, so I call FA-2x. If you want to increase that, you can do that, right? So I will call this one section. I will use this one section, and second time, third time, right? In the second time I will change that to make a responsive section design, and inside there I'm gonna call FA solid, and this will be FA laptop, right? In the third section I call the web security, right? And everything is perfect on there. Okay, so 3 font away some with 3 sections inside the atom class. So we will manage it with the help of CSS, right? So let's work on the CSS. So I open that, and there I'm gonna call the, just a minute, I call the services start, and this will be closed. So inside there I call the services ID. First I'm going to check that I have assigned the ID or not. Yes, I have assigned the services. Inside the services have a atoms class, right? So this is the parent of the atom classes. I mean, this is a parent and those are child, so we will use that in display flex, right? So I call display flex, right? So let's see, right? And I'm gonna add the padding. All side will be 1 rem, right? Services, and I think we need to, okay, add services, right? As you can see. Then the next thing is I'm going to target the services dot atoms and dot atom class, right? So the I use the flex 1 by 1, means I will divide them 1 by 1. So first I'm going to save that, right? Because we will use them in CSS in small screen sizes to manage it. And I call text align will be center, right? And I will use padding. All side will be 1 rem, right? Then I call the services dot atoms dot atom class. Inside the atom class have I class, I mean I tag. I target that. I call the background color is this one, and padding will be 1 rem all side, and whatever radius I'm going to use 50%, and margin bottom I'm going to use 1 rem, and color will be white. So first save that. Let's see, as you can see, guys, right? And I think we need to call the, just a minute, I call the services dot atoms dot atom, and inside there have a, after the heading tag, after this one, what is the name, h3. So I call the h3. I want to make a space, so I call margin bottom will be 0.5 rem, right? Have a perfect position on there, as you can see, and my content is up here in the center. Last thing I'm going to add on there will be, this will be, I want to manage it to services. First I'm going to check that this will be and this will be. So I copy the lead class and paste on there, and this. I will use margin top and bottom. I will use 1 rem. Then I will call that to make a space top and bottom, right? Perfect, as you can see, guys. So this is a very simple section of the services. In the next video we're going to discuss another section. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how you can create a team section. But before using team section or creating a team section, I'm going to show you how you can fix that. Basically, those are issues appeared with the help of FlexBox, which size you want to assign on the each box. For example, I will use border 1 pixel solid, and this is the border color. You will able to see each box, right? I maximize that, and as you can see, those are appeared in the same position because I have changed the size on that. As you can see, 300 by 300. If you increase the size, 350 by 350, as you can see, right? So you need to change the size. So I use 320, and also I use 320 and there, as you can see. So those are appeared perfectly on this section. So let's talk about the team section, right? I go to my page. In the team section I will use same tactics to display the images, and also I will use the font of SM icon, I mean social sharing icons. Team start, this will be closed. Also one more thing, why I'm going to change that. This is the blue color of the link. So I go to above and I target the color of the link will be 333, right, as you can see. So let's work on the team start section. So I call the section, assign the ID will be team, and also I will use class top and bottom padding will be 3. Class container, I want to display the complete data in the center, and I call it h1, and I call team. I'll do same thing, class text center, and m heading, and this will be paragraph lorem text, and inside there I'm gonna add the lead class, and also text will be center. I will use, I'm going to cut that, and I will create another class I call team content because I will manage it. So let's see, right? So where is the team? In the team section I will use same tactics which I've used on above, like image box. Those images box appeared in the image section, so I will create a same section but change the name, right? So this is a team content. Inside there I will create a div and assign the class team authors, right? And also use padding top and bottom 3 will be. Then I will create another div. Inside there, those are boxes, we will use them. Team author, inside the team author I call images team 1, right? And I'm gonna add the name. The name will be, what do you mean, Anand, and the designation will be lead designer. So I will assign the classes on there. The first one is a class will be text center, and this will be, I'm going to use first one, I'm going to use dummy text, and text will be center. First save that, let's see, right? So this is the image and those are text. So the next thing is I will create a div I call social icons. So I want to use the icons on there. So call anchor link. In the first section, I call the class FA brands, FA Twitter, right, Twitter, and also I will increase the font size of the Twitter, right. So I will use 3 times and change to Facebook, and this will be LinkedIn, right. Face, FA brands, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, right. So we will manage it on CSS. So I'm going to show you. I go to style.css page, and first I'm gonna use this one section, second time and third time, because I will use them in the same line. The second one, first I'm gonna save that, and as you can see, the second one I'm gonna change the name, Dinah Peterson, and this will be lead marketer, and last is Larry Parker, and this is the lead developer, right. So first have that. So those are content with images, so we will use them inside the CSS. So just a minute. Call team start, and this will be close. The first thing is I'm going to call the team. I'm going to send the background color will be F8, F9, FA, light gray, right. But you can't see the light gray, right. Don't worry. I call the team authors. This is the parent class or parent div. So inside there I'm going to call display flex to display everything in the center in the same line, right, as you can see. And then the next thing is I'm going to maximize that. Flex direction I'm going to use row. This is a default. Justify content I'm going to use a space between to make a space in the first and second one section, or first and second box, and I call flex red will be red, right. So this is a small screen, but you will increase that as you can see, right. So here is this space. So the next is I call the team ID, the team authors, and then I call team author box. I select the particular box. So this is a class name. I assign the class on there. As you can see, this is a particular box, right? This is a particular box. So in this particular box, I call margin 1 rem, top and bottom, left and right. I'm going to use 1 rem also, right. Then I target the images, right. So I target team author img, and I call the width will be 250 pixel, right. And I'm going to use border radius will be 50%, right. Then use border will be 6 pixel, solid DDD, perfect. And then what is the next? Okay, just a minute, I check that. I want to display the content in the center. So this is the image, border radius, margin top and bottom. Just a minute. Okay, I will manage it on later. This time we just manage another content. So I call the social sharing icons team author. Inside the author I have a social icon class. So I just use display flex on that, and then I call justify content will be center space evenly to make a space on right. But why this is not working properly? So I need to check that. H3 and this text align will be center. Perfect, as you can see guys, right? So those are our team members, right? So hope you are understood as well how you can select the images and display the images in the page with the help of FlexBox. So hope you are understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's talk about how you can display the company's logo inside of a website. So I think everything is perfect on our side. So I go to my code editor and I'm going to show you how you can display the company's logo. So I call company's start and this will be close. If you want to use the div, you can do this. I'm using section, so the best you can use best thing as you want. So I use the company ID and also I use padding top and bottom 3. Create a div logo and I will create a div that again, not div. Inside the div I'm going to create a getting the images and logos Facebook, and this will be Google and IBM, and this is first save that and I'm gonna open that. So the image, the logo images have been too large, right? So we need to fix that. So I have used images tag inside the div tag, so we will use the block level element to manage it. So I'm gonna show you how you can do that. I go to my CSS and I call the company start and this will be close. I call companies, I call display flags, so then let's see, can't see any changes because the image size is too large. So I target this one div because sometimes we are facing mistake. Where is images? I can't see the images right now, but don't worry, we will use many other classes to manage. Justify content I call center, align item I call center, then I call the companies and that logo class. Inside the logo have images. So first thing I'm going to call display block. Okay, I can't see the images right now, but don't worry, we will manage that. I will call margin left and right will be auto, and I'm going to assign the width 60% of the main container div. I can't see the images. I don't know. Okay, I call this one, right, as you can see. Then the next thing I call the justify content center. Okay, I select logo, companies, logo. Okay, I will use the logo on there because I want to make everything in the center perfect, right, as you can see. So I think we need to use them inside the container, but I'll leave the container this time. Facebook, Microsoft, and companies.logo, display flex, justify content will be center, line item will be center, and logo, display block, margin, perfect. So I think this is the perfect for us, right? So everything in the center. But another thing is, when I go down, or I am able to see the small screen size or decrease the size of the browser, I want to manage this one. As you can see, those will appear in the large or in the wide screen size. So you can just use the class inside the neighbor will be, just a minute, I'm going to show you. Need to call space evenly. So let's see this time. Yes, perfect. As you can see, in the same position, those are appeared in the same position, right? So the next thing is the contact form, right? So we will create a contact form to display after this one section. So I go to my index.html and I call contact start, contact close. So call section, and ID will be contact us, and also I'm going to use padding top and bottom will be 3. So inside there I'm going to call the class container, and then I call h1, assign the class, text will be center, and also m heading means medium heading. I'm going to use contact, call lorem text, just a minute. Alright, so let's see, perfect. And also I'm gonna add the class on this one section will be lead, and text also those will be center, save, perfect. So the next thing is I will display the input fields, right? So this is a container. Inside the container I will write the div, assign the class contact form, and inside there I'm going to create a div, assign the class input fields, call form tag, and leave the action because we don't need to send the request with another page. I just use that. Input text field will be I use class form control, and also I'm going to add the placeholder, your name, your email, and this will be type will be email, and then finally I'm going to add the text area and leave everything default, but I will use the placeholder will be your message, and also I'm going to add the same class form control, right? No, I'll leave, yes, I will use that. First of all, let's see. So our form, but don't worry, we will manage that with the help of CSS. So after the text area I'm going to call the button tag and call send message. I call the btn class inside there. I just use btn, right? Perfect, as you can see. but I will use that inside the anchor link. Okay, it is readable, why clickable, but I will assign the class on there. I think it should be displayed perfectly. No, I will use the class on there and leave this one. I will use that on later. This time you just need to know, right? But I'll leave the, just a minute, use simple anchor link and assign the class btn. Perfect. Okay, so let's work on that to contact start. This will be close. So first of all, we need to select the contact us ID, and I'm gonna assign the background of the 2E, 2E, 2F, dark gray, and color will be white. So let's see. Perfect. And then I'm gonna target contact underscore us input fields. I'm gonna show you the class that I have used inside there, this one class. So inside there I'm gonna call the display flex. Flex direction will be row. The default is a row. You know all about that. Justify content will be center. And also I'm gonna use flex wrap because I will use that in the small screen size. Your name, your email, and I think we need to add one input field. Yeah, your phone, right? So right, so let's fix this one on the CSS. So flex wrap, then I call the form control This is a class which appeared inside the contact us ID, and I'm gonna assign the width 100%. Padding all side will be 1 rem, and I'm gonna use margin bottom will be 0.5 rem. So I think it should be displayed perfectly. No. Form control. Why? Okay, I will use the ID. Inside the ID have a form control. No. Input fields. Why it doesn't work on that? Just a minute, I check the fields, input fields. This is a contact form, input fields. Inside the input fields have everything. So I copy it and paste on there. First further, let's see. Why it doesn't input field and form control. As you can see, guys, so this is my mistake of this one form. I'm in text, so I think yes, I use form hyphen control, so it should be displayed perfectly, right? As you can see. In the next section, I'm gonna next video we're gonna display the simple footer. So hope you understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Hey guys, let's talk about how you can create a footer section inside our website. So our website is almost complete and everything is perfect on this one page, right? So this is a normal screen of the page. So I go to my code editor, and the first thing I'm gonna change the input text field. I'm gonna use font size will be 1 rem. So let's see, so the fonts are bigger now. And also I'm gonna remove the some content on there because I don't like that. So perfect, so everything is perfect on there. So the footer section, I just write the footer start, and this will be close. So I call the footer, right, and call the div class container, right, and inside the container I just display the few links. The first one is I'm gonna add the footer content, right. So inside there I'm gonna add the link, not a link, I call the paragraph tag and call the copyright, and I call and copy href, and this is my site name, and inside there I'm going to use OnlineITtuts, right, and after this one I'm going to use 2022 for that. Let's see, right. So the next thing is I will use same thing, but I will same thing on there, and inside there I'm going to use the links and remove the call link, and inside there I'm going to call the privacy policy, and the second one I'm going to call the terms and conditions. So let's see, right. So I will manage it on the another div and call the footer data, because this is a parent, so we will use that inside our CSS to manage it. So copy and call the start, and this will be close. So I call the first, I'm going to call the footer, and I'm going to use padding, top and bottom will be 1 rem, all right. And then I call the, just a minute, footer data class, call display flex, save, and let's see, right. And then I'm going to call the justify content will be space between, so save, let's see, perfect. So align atom is also, I use align atoms will be center. So I think everything is perfect on there. So this is a very simple footer, and this is our complete website that are developed in HTML, CSS, and mostly I have used the FlexBox. So the next thing is very important. I will use the CSS in the small screen size to manage it, right. So in the small screen size everything is perfect, but we need to manage this one section and also this one section and menus. So the first thing is decrease the size of the browser. I think we need to, first I'm going to check, this is the content, so I want to display this one content in the center, so I think we need to check showcase content, justify content, say align item center, and I've used the where I've used the L heading, this one, so I text element this center, so save, let's see. So I use the everything in the center right now, as you can see. So I check another things inside my website, everything is perfect on there, guys. So let's work on the CSS. I'm in small screen size, so I'm going to create a I cut that and I paste it, same thing. Before this one, I'm gonna call the mobile CSS and call mobile.css file, and I will use the attribute on the media screen, and I'm gonna use max width will be 768 pixel, right? So when it hits 768 pixel, then this file is loaded. So I will create a file, mobile.css, right? So inside there I just use this way, and first thing I'm gonna manage my navbar. So I go to this one section, so I copy this one and paste there because I want to manage the navbar. So in the navbar I just call FlexBox, flex direction will be column. So first I'm gonna save that. Let's see output of this one. Just a minute guys. So right, as you can see in the small screen size. Then the next thing is I want to display the content in the center, so I call align item will be center, so save, right? Then I call the logo class navbar.logo, and I'm going to use padding bottom will be 1 rem to make a space between our menus, and just a minute, right? And also I'm going to use text align will be center, perfect. I think we need to just a minute, I'm going to check that what is the problem now on this one section. Okay, I call the navbar UL, and I'm going to use padding all side will be 0.5 rem to make everything is perfect on there, right? So this is perfect. Then the next thing is this one section, so I want to display everything in the center, means this will be appear in the center. So I call the, I think this is services, not services, this is the contact team section. So where is team now? And team this one. So I call this one team, and I just call flex direction will be not flex. I'm gonna use justify content will be center. It will display the center. Okay. Team authors. So dot authors. Perfect, right, guys? As you can see. So very simple. So this is our right, so this is our small screen. This is a size we need to check that inside Google Developer Tool. So 7, this is a small screen, but inside there, okay, here is another problem. We need to fix this one issue. So what is the name of this one? So I close this one, and I call the services, this one, services dot items, and I'm going to call flex direction will be column. So that, let's see on this one screen, on Google Developer Tool, and perfect, as you can see, guys, perfect, everything is perfect, right? And also I'm gonna add the class inside there to display the content in the center, but menus are not appeared on there, so I will change the size. I think we will, so I'm gonna use font size will be 1 rem, in the menu, so I think it should be so I need to check that. So logo, so here is a space, right? So I need to check that where is my navbar li padding have a 1 rem in the anchor link, so I will decrease that navbar ul li anchor link, so I call the padding all side will be 0.5 rem. Okay, but I can't see perfectly. Let's check it in the different skin sizes. So I think something is wrong on there, because I'm able to see scroll bar. I don't need to display the scroll bar on there. So this is the size of the, so I need to work on this 768 pixels, so customize that and 768. In the 768 pixel have a scroll bar, right? Why I have seen the scroll bar, right? So okay, I'm gonna close that and open my code editor. I just max with 768 pixel. So I think first I'm gonna decrease. In this position here everything is perfect, right? Perfect. But in the small skin size, just a minute, I'm going to check that everything is perfect on there also, but we need to work on the large skin size, right? After the 768, in the 9 skin 769, I can't see perfectly. I'm going to show you like this one. And another important thing is we need to create another file to manage it, right? So I think everything is perfect on there. So I need to check that. Just a minute. So 769, then I'm gonna decrease the size. And I'm going to check the max size of this one, where it will move, right? So also okay, 909. So I will create a file on this one. After this one, and this max width will be, what is the next width? 909. So I'm gonna paste on the second one, pixel, and I will create a file that, like a normal.css. You can write any name as you want, and I'm gonna change the, so just a minute, next page 760, and this is the next one file. So this file name is normal.css, right? So I think in the 909 file, this one file, I just use same styling like this one. So not this one, this is a this one. So let's see, right, as you can see. So everything perfect on there, right? So let's move on the large screen size. Perfect, right? So this is a very helpful layout for different devices. Let's check it now one more time in the small screen size. So I think we need to fix this one. This is an optional. So this is a browser issue. I'm not focused on that, so I check that in the right. Perfect. Right guys, as you can see, right, so I check this one, and also I select the iPhone Pro, and I'm going to use this way, right, as you can see. So this is a complete responsive website. If you miss anything else inside this one tutorial, you can use your own styling to manage it. So I'm going to show you another things. As you can see, you can face any problem during the code. You can write the query or question on the Google. You will get the particular answer on there. So I hope you have understood as well how you can create a responsive website using HTML CSS with the help of FlexBox. Have a nice day guys.